I missed you guys. I'm gonna show you sketching out the guidelines of the face, okay? Just the quick gesture guidelines of the face that we can then use to draw the features onto it, the grit, the facial planes, the values, all of that stuff. We're kind of going back in the instruction because I hadn't figured out the video thing before, but now I have. We're gonna use my face as our reference because I look really great today. I got these ears on, put my contacts in for you. This is about as good as I'll ever look during quarantine, so we're gonna go for it. And I know you missed seeing my face. Okay, when we're drawing out a face, we're gonna start with just a circle. Okay, we can start with a circle at any facial angle, which I'll show you maybe in this video, maybe later. And then from that, we're gonna just go straight down. We're just gonna go straight on today. And that kind of gives us a good general guideline for the outside of the face. I'm gonna clean mine up so it's kind of easier for you guys to see. That seems kind of long and skinny. I'm gonna make it a little bit wider. Okay, now we know from the rules of facial proportions that the eye line is like straight in the middle. So if I go from the top of my head, like this, and the eye line is about right here. And that's about right in the middle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that about in the middle. A good way to check is to take your pencil point, line it up with that line, and pinch where the chin is, and then you can take that measurement and move it up and make sure it's the same distance. Okay, so like this. Kind of see my picture. Measure it. Looks good. Okay. From there, from my eye line to chin line, my nose line is about halfway down. As far as the rules go, my nose is a little bit higher up. It's kind of shorter. So I'm going to go just about halfway, but a tiny bit higher based on my own face. Okay. Then from the nose to the chin, the mouth line, and I'm looking at the corners of my mouth. Okay, now I have a downturned mouth, otherwise known as RBF. So when I relax, the corners of my mouth are lower than the middle. That's the line I want to draw where the corners of my mouth are. That's about halfway between my nose and my chin, just a tiny bit higher up. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that line as well. Okay? I'll try and get this closer. I don't know why. And then I know that my head is 5 eyes wide. So from my face, I could take my eye width, put an eye in the middle, and put an eye to the side, and that would kind of be the width of my head. So this, you have to eyeball unless you have a ruler and can use a ruler. So you'll see I kind of go back and forth, move my eye guidelines around. And you can see already that kind of is starting to look like a face. Just by those freaky, it looks like a Jason mask. Is that what it's called from the scary movies? Your nose line is 1 eye wide as your nose. That nose goes down here. In the nose rendering video, kind of talks about that first line to draw on a nose. Looks kind of like a funky mustache, actually. It's pretty. And then the mouth go from the middle of the eyes, kind of straight down, is the very, very corners of the mouth, okay? I'm just going to start with that center line, okay? And then the top and bottom of my lips, okay? Eyes go in the middle, or in the middle, yeah, in the middle, but then in the two, sections where the guidelines are. Obviously, like, not this space, and that space, okay? It's a terrible way to say that, but you get it. From the shadow of the nose, that is talked about in the nose video, we can kind of move up for eyebrows there. Give him a little bit of pupil so he doesn't look so freaky. Can put the eyebrows in. Maybe his are a little unruly. I noticed I said I was going to use me as a reference, and then I keep using the pronoun him, like I'm turning into a man. You can throw the hairline in there. If you can see the ears, typically go from eye line to nose line, sometimes a little bit higher, sometimes a little bit lower, sometimes a little bit smaller. And then we have our little basic face.